So SNIA believes in both open standards as well as open source, and we complement those by having a technical work group in the SNIA be allowed to have both items in their charter, right? They can have what we call a SNIA architecture, which is a standard. We usually take those on to ISO or JTC1. But we also have projects out there in GitHub that are open source as well. Typically, those open source projects are going to implement some aspect of the standards, such as a reference implementation or perhaps test clients as well. And so we do feel that both open standards and open source are very complementary and do need to be worked together. Our current project in open source is the CDMI reference implementation. CDMI stands for the Cloud Data Management Interface, which has been an ISO standard now since 2012. We just published a new version of that, so that'll be a 2016 version of the ISO standard. And our CDMI reference implementation has an open source repository on GitHub that anybody can access. And also now, because of our contributors license agreement project, they can also contribute to the CDMI reference implementation as well. And because of its importance of standards development as well, that means the adoption is not just a matter of picking up code and using it everywhere, but also allows independent implementations of the standards outside of the open source. Companies can develop proprietary information, proprietary code, as well as the open source adoption as well. Basic bottom line is that customers get what they need. They need the freedom to choose from multiple best-of-breed implementations.